Hey YouTube, for those of you who've been around on this channel for at least a few years now, or a few seasons, I should say, uh, everyone knows that I loved using Togedemaru. I just thought that I do think that electrics have play, and they're kind of fun to play because a lot of them are just like Thundershock, Wild Charge, or just like Nuke Pokemon. So I really like those type of Pokemon, but they just don't have the place in the current meta given all the ground Pokemon. So I tried Togedemaru, it did not work this season. And then someone sent me in the Morpeko Talonflame core, and I know that I think other content creator put this core. So I'm like, okay, let me just test this out, and I'll just have so I have two glassy Pokemon, but really, really hard hitting and spammy. And I'm like, okay, I need another. I'm like, what do I do? A safe swap? Do I do a bulky? And then I decided just to do a spammy safe swap for alligator. So this team is very, very, very glossy. But with that said, man, I'm really liking Morpeko. I think that it has a ton of play. It has so many more advantages over Togedemaru. I'm sorry, Togedemaru. Um, but the advantage of like one having a quick move in Psychic Fangs that actually does something positive for you. Like there's a lot of poisons in here, so it does super effective, or it just lowers your opponent's defense like an okay amount. Like the chip plus lowers your opponent's defense. And then Orwheel is a nuke. Like I thought that Wild Charge is a nuke. And let me actually just look at the stats of Orwheel versus Wild Charge. And I think the maybe attack heaviness when you actually build out the formula really comes into play here. Yeah. So Orwheel is 120 damage. 120 damage for Orwheel, and Wild Charge is 120 damage. So that makes sense. They are both the same energy too. Yep, 45 for 120. So they are clones of each other. And with the 141 attack stat of Morpeko, it really does like more damage. Plus, if you boost, plus it boosts your attack, right? So being able to do like a nuke and boost your attack every 10 is just, and change forms. If you like get caught on a ground, you can just Psychic Fang the first time and then go Orwheel the second time. I think that it is a really great Pokemon. So let's look at the battles here. I even have it on a second team as like a safe swap, double weak to ground in the back. So that'll be coming up eventually. But here we go, right off the bat. Like, I know they can get to a superpower in 10, but same thing. I can get to an Orwheel in 10. Now I'm going to win CMP here, right? So we CMP. That's likely a superpower. So I will definitely shield. I've already boosted once. Let's see what they come in with. It is a Primeape. So just going to... I could have immediately swapped. You know, there is an argument that I should immediately swap to Feraligatr or Talonflame, right, as a flyer. Yeah, I can go both. Feraligatr with Shadow Claw would do super effective and I don't pace. And Talonflame obviously resists the counters. So I could have come out both, but I do stay in to get that. You're seeing Flame Charge on the first one here. I end up switching to Brave Bird. It is a recommended moveset, and I actually did like it more. You know, the only time you'd really want Flame Charge is if like a flying is resisted, but if flying is resisted, it's like mostly a steel, and you can just go incinerate anyways. And I really like the flexibility that Brave Bird gave me. So just going double fly here because that's all I had, but I do switch it pretty soon after this. And go straight into Feraligatr because I figured getting into this matchup with energy is a pretty good idea. So get off the Hydro Cannon. Not quite enough to take it out. They'll probably get to a superpower here. Probably enough to take me out. I'm pretty glassy. Nope. Live with a couple HP, which is actually nice because they're going to have to throw it or I'm going to get to a move. And Hydro Cannon will take out here. So Feraligatr, obviously doing Feraligatr type things. That is why it is so strong in this meta. Okay, Primeape is a terrible lead. So I have to probably just go Talonflame here. Yeah, this is such a tricky one. I never recommend going into your hard answer immediately. The problem is if the Feraligatr Primeape is already a Primeape win because Primeape gets to the close combats the same amount of time as you do, and just beat you in CMP. So coming in behind energy just seems like a terrible idea. So coming in Talonflame, luckily, despite a fighter on the lead, they do not have an amazing answer. So they come in Corsola. I grab one shield. Here comes a second. So I can grab two shields or flip switch. And I think both are good scenarios. So I grab two shields. That's great. And they come in and snipe with Primeape. So that's okay. You know, they give up switch, but they boost their attack and take me out. So it's not a bad play because now they're at another move. Holy smokes. So I'm going to shield up. And then hopefully... No, I'm not going to outpace. This thing is loaded with energy. Anyways, get to the Hydro Cannon. Do take it out. I'm going to have to instant swap Morpeko, and it is a Dugong in the back. And oh, we love to see that. Gonna simply outpace. Wild Charge. Not Wild Charge. Sorry. R-Wheel. Boom. Goodbye. Boost my attack. Corsola comes in. Everything except for the rock is resisted. And then I will take this out here. Okay, so this is a decent lead, but the problem is this thing outspams too, so it's going to be kind of tricky. So I'm going to have to shield anything. Hopefully I don't get baited. It is a Hydro Cannon, so that's okay. I may bait this, yeah. Because the Thundershocks are buffed and it's doing so much on Greninja, I feel like I can just outbait here. Well, bait and outpace here. And just keep going with the baits. Yeah. Even if they, like, don't shield this, I can then just, yeah, take this out in the... unless they bait me, then they may get it. And their attack rises, and they take me out. But now it's okay, because I can come and just claw and get ahead on energy here. Let's see what they come in with. Oh, brutal. So they come in with the Skeledirge and catch on a Go Lurk. Okay, so they are double Ghost, both weak to water in the back, so this is just a walkover. I just basically come in and just absorb it on the Talonflame, knowing that, you know, my win con is for Alligator here. So get to the Hydro Cannon. Take it out for the win. Okay, Clodsire. Again, although you have... yeah, although you have Psychic Fangs, and then you can change form to the Dark Aura Wheel, I still don't think it's worth staying in that matchup. I think it's better just to like get out into a safe swap, especially when your safe swap is for Alligator, which is one of the best in the meta to grab shields and do super effective. They do have Sludge Bomb, which is the quicker move, and get hit with the Greninja. So Greninja obviously will resist the Claws and the Hydros. I'll resist their Water Shuriken, but they're probably going to just start throwing Night Slashes and take me out here. If they do go back-to-back, I may be able to Thundershock up a bit on... Morpeko here. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Get up on Morpeko. They did throw the Sludge Bomb. Hopefully I can take this out without taking a move. Perfect. So if they come in Clodsire, I'll probably go Psychic Fangs, and then I should be outpaced to the Dark move. And this is just a strength. Like if I was running Togedemaru here, it's just like instant Talonflame. Morpeko just provides you with so much more flexibility against the main meta here. So Psychic Fang, super effective. Now I can just outpace to this move. This Aura Wheel is now going to hit against a lowered defense Pokemon. And they shield, right? Because they have to respect it. Like the fact that an electric Pokemon can get ground Pokemon to shield just kind of shows the strength. So I decided to save it because I'm like, maybe you're weak in the back to this. And it is an Umbreon. So Umbreon is very bulky. I'm glad I have Brave Bird because I don't think 2 flies would take this out. Dark Pulse 2 at that. So get to the Brave Bird. The problem is one's not going to take it out. I can go fly, but then I put myself in a spot where they can just get ahead on energy. I don't even take it out. Brutal. Don't even take it out. But now I feel like I need Talonflame against Clodsire. Now Clodsire comes in. Because I can go Psychic Fangs here, but it's super effective, but not enough. And then they'll get to a move and take me out because I'm too glassy. So, not a lot I can do in this matchup. I need it. I really thought a Brave Bird and Fly would take out Umbreon, but man, that I forget how tanky that thing is back in the day. Okay, Talonflame, good lead. I mean, these Incinerates do add up. And they try to catch on a Diggersby, and I will come in Talonflame. And again, this thing is over-farming a ton, and having been beamed already, I'm sure it's on my mind here. Yeah, and I do shield. you know, you only need to be beamed once to to have that in the back of your mind here. And the thing is, like, the majority of Diggersby will not overfarm that much if they don't have it, honestly. Because I don't think a lot of people know what the Hyper Beam counts are. And if they do, they're like still not faking it the majority of the time. So if someone's willing to fake it, or at least go to there, I'm probably willing to respect it. So, Orwheel on Azumarill, they shield. Psychic Fangs to change back forms. They shield, which is crazy. They may get, I mean, they're going to get a move off, so yeah, that's not surprising. But damage is done. I grabbed both shields. I took this down to 50%. They now have to come in Talonflame. They're going to move off here. Hopefully it's not a Brave Bird. If it is, I'm taking out here. Okay, goodbye me. Now I have my own. I got to go fly right away. I'm trying to remember this matchup. I feel like something weird happens that I win. Because I get to a Brave Bird. Yeah. So I guess it's not weird. I guess it's just an Azumarill's very, very slow charge. And I get to a Brave Bird. And that does KO an Azumarill. Whiscash, again, I'm not staying in against a ground Pokemon. For Alligators, an instant swap here. And get met with a Morpeko. You are double weak in the back to Electric with this team. So if you do see a Morpeko in the back, which I think I saw in a couple of my losses here, it's very tough to overcome here. So I was over farming here, assuming that they go CMP, but they didn't go CMP. And now I'm calling a Psychic Fangs bait because I'm low enough, and they do Psychic Fangs bait. So that's huge. Because now I'm likely to grab the second shield. But despite grabbing two shields, they will be pretty loaded with energy. And Morpeko doesn't really want to take a double. No, it's only single boosted. Let's see what I decide to do here. Oh, I remember this one. Yeah. Not the right move. So, Psychic Fangs, non-stab, also double resisted by Dark, is not the right play to throw in the mirror match. Aura Wheel, a freaking nuke, is the right play. So I throw that Aura Wheel, boost my attack, take that out, get the change form. I'm now a Dark Pokemon, so this Whiscash is back in here. I'm already boosted, and this thing's a nuke, so I'm going to freaking nuke this one. It leaves it with 1 HP. I'm back to my Electric form. Have a shield, double boosted. What's in the back? A friggin' Pidgeot. This is going to do 5 million% and take this out. Yeah, this is just I really like this Pokemon. It reminds me of playing with Togedemaru, but with way more flexibility in this meta. So, Jellicent followed by Lucario is a very spicy team. I know this thing has Thunder Punch, and I'm now wondering if they did this for this exact reason. A Steel Pokemon drawing out a Fire, and you have a Jellicent on the front to then beat it. And then like a second Steel / Fighter in the back or something like that. But they let the move go on my Talonflame, so that does a lot of chip damage. Takes them to the yellow. This will grab a shield. Yeah, so they're double weak. So you can see me trying to get out. I'm just reading that Talonflame's going to have play in the back for just how this team is working out. And it is a Fighter in the back. So same sort of thing. Double Fighter in the back trying to draw out a Flyer. Beat it with your Thunder Punch, or at least chip it with Thunder Punch Lucario, and then you have your other Fighter roam free. But unfortunately for them, I kind of read that. And also I have a for Alligator with Shadow Claw, which does super effective on 2 of your Ghost Pokemon. And take it out for the win there. Jumpluff. So Jumpluff is obviously one that you stay in with. There's a couple things right off the bat that I'm worried about. The first one is this is not going to take out, and I'm worried with these Fairy Winds, Energy Ball could potentially take out, so I'm shielding. And then I'm also worried about if they have a Jumpluff on the lead, they may have an answer to Fire in the back. So being down a shield here and potentially losing Switch is not the best combo. So I will shield here, but I think they bait. Yeah, knowing that the Fairy Winds have taken me down this, they do bait. I do get to the Psychic Fangs, but I think they are also going to fight for Switch here, if I remember. Yeah, so they end up double shielding, so I'm like, crap, they're going to win Switch here. So this is low enough. I'm wondering if I could try and come for Alligator and just go the Shadow Claw to try and get energy ahead on a, yeah. And they instant swap, and it's a Morpeko, and the instant swap was huge for them because, hey, look, the game actually worked properly for them. When you instant swap there, after a Pokemon is taken out, it should be a 0-turn move, which means that you are on the same timing as your opponent. So because they instant swap when their Pokemon went down, when I come in for Alligator, it should be like both setting at 0, which means they both get to the moves at the same time, which means they win CMP. So that's how the game's supposed to work. Again, Primeape, so I'm coming in with the Talonflame, and yes, met with a Feraligatr. This is more what I expect when you come in with your hardest answer, but it's really the only thing you can do with this team. And I grab a shield, so that's okay. So I'm going to shield back because I have a second move already, and I'm going to grab the second shield because then maybe I could just like go really... let's see what I want to do here. Because I could come and just Thundershock and get ahead on energy here and shield up a move. Of course, I get one turn denied because they threw a Claw, I threw a Shock, so I should get a second Shock through there, but I do not. Which means now I'm going to have to... Okay, good. I do end up taking it out. So they can't really come in Primeape because I'm loaded. So they're going to have to come in with whatever else they had. Or if they're coming Primeape, they're just going to get... I was going to say they're going to get Boom, but I remember not booming them here. Yeah, leave them with a 1 HP. And in the back, in the back is a Sandslash. And I did throw Aura Wheel already, so this is a boosted Aura Wheel. Takes it out. Man, this thing hits so hard. It's so fun. Whiscash. Terrible lead. Instant swap for Alligator. Instant swap to Meganium. Oh, this is bad. So going for the Ice Beam, trying to grab a shield, but this is tough. You know, Whiscash is just tough for Morpeko, Talonflame, Core. You don't see a ton of Quagsire and Whiscash and Swamperts anymore. So I am just going to have to come Talonflame here. Double resisting the Frenzies because you're flying in fire. So that's not going to do much. And then honestly, just commit to the farm down. Yeah. So I have a move. If the Whiscash comes in, I'll have a move. It is a cast form. So I'm going Brave Bird. I'm probably going to Brave Bird and bail into Morpeko, just assuming that Talonflame is going to be my win con anyways. Yeah, so they let it go thinking that their win con is the Whiscash. But we'll play how we normally play, Psychic Fangs first. And they shield the Psychic Fangs. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, so they just gave me my win con. They shielded up the Psychic Fangs. If you are a ground Pokemon against a Morpeko and it's in its first form, you let the Psychic Fangs go and then shield up the second time the Dark Aura Wheel. So Clodsire, any ground, Clodsire, Marowak, any of the Mud Boys, you let the Psychic Fangs go and then you shield up the Dark Aura Wheel. So take it out, and now because I took it out there, take it out here. Okay, 2 minutes left, so maybe the last one, maybe one more after this. We have a Umbreon, so if they're smart, this is actually one you might want to shield up first. Because now they don't... Because now I'm on the dark one. I'm going to shield? Interesting. What am I doing? Okay, then they come Talonflame. What am I doing? Why did I shield up a move there? There's no reason to shield up a Last Resort there. I do just bait the Talonflame. Get to a second Psychic Fangs. I'm just like trying to lower their defense enough that I can just shock them down. And they do end up giving me both shields. So they may have to throw here, else I'm going to need to move. And now what do? Do I come for Alligator and just get ahead on energy? But now I need to respect the Brave Bird. So I got to shield up anyways. And the Umbreon, I think that they smartly did not let me just farm down with the claws. So they come in immediately and foul play. And hopefully Hydra's enough. If not, resisted Shadow Claw. It's going to be tricky here. Okay, do get down. That's great. Ton of energy. Azumarill in the back. So, I would not be surprised if I stay in, take the resisted bubbles, and then as they're getting into a move here, go to Talonflame. So I wouldn't be surprised if I do like one more Claw than Talonflame or just go straight Talonflame. Yeah, one Claw Talonflame. They try and catch. What are they doing? What am I doing? I really thought I would try and catch a move, like try and catch a resisted Play Rough. But I guess I'm just going to try and force their energy here, knowing that they're not going to bubble me down. Maybe that's in the moment, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, you're not going to bubble me down. You're going to have to throw energy. And then if you throw energy, I can then take it in the back here. Yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking. So I do take it down for the win. All right. So yeah, really fun. Like I said, I used it. I tried to do double electric. I tried to do like Morpeko, Togedemaru, like draw out and ground with, try and draw out a ground with Morpeko and then take out Togedemaru. But did not work as well there. So I think I scrapped that team. And then I think I went like Drapion. Same thing, like double weak to ground, but I think a little more play with Drapion than Togedemaru. So yeah, the core really, I forget what content creator put it out, but I saw it in the submission. It's a pretty strong core. Very glassy though, so choose your third wisely. You can do it multiple ways. Another glassy spammy Pokemon, or just build some bulk around it. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.